The Syrian civil war has produced arguably the greatest humanitarian crisis since the Second World War. The immediate result of this war has been, in addition to almost 500,000 fatalities, the displacement of over 5 million Syrian citizens, largely to 5 countries: Lebanon, Jordan, Iraq, Turkey, and Egypt. These individuals who are currently homeless in these nations represent a great moral responsibility and indeed an economic opportunity for those nations and for the future rebuilding of Syria. The tragedy is that currently there are 60% of the students in Lebanon, which per capita is absorbing the largest percentage of Syrian refugees to native citizens, that 60% of these individuals are people who should be in school, some 221,000 people. And even more concerning is the fact that only 4% of these young people are making it into high schools, which represents a great concern for the future of Syria when these citizens will go back not having completed their education. AUB as an institution, the American University of Beirut, has always been about service to provide opportunity for those who are least fortunate. Since its founding 150 years ago, AUB has aspired to be a difference maker for all individuals, a great social equalizer and creator of opportunities. Our faculty and our staff have jumped headlong into the fray. And through the efforts of our provost's office, we were able to find that we had 64 different projects focused on the Syrian refugee crisis. This is very important also from the perspective of Lebanon, the nation that hosts AUB, in that in addition to the 500,000 Palestinian refugees and the 50,000 Iraqi refugees, the 1.5 million Syrian refugees in Lebanon mean that with a native population of 4.1 million Lebanese, a little bit over a third of the population now residing in Lebanon is composed of refugees. So in addition to our long-term commitments to all of the refugees who've been in our country for many years, particularly the Palestinians, we've had to redouble our efforts as a university to rally to the cause of the Syrian refugees from the perspective of science, service, and education. And there is no part of the university that has not risen to the challenge, from the humanities to the civic engagement, civil society, the Issam Ferris Institute, and so on and so forth. We have all gotten engaged in this, including our healthcare and medical sectors. And this is very, very important. But it's also extremely important to organize and to collate our efforts. Therefore, the Office of the Provost has founded the AUB for Refugees program. This program, an umbrella program, is being featured for the first time at a wide-ranging symposium and discussion on January 27th. This symposium, which is intended to coalesce all our efforts on the issues of Syrian refugees, will foster opportunities for us to have real partnerships and dialogue with NGOs, with other universities, with the United Nations, with our host nation, among others. That's why it's such an exciting initiative. I'm really looking forward to being at the launch of the AUB for Refugees Symposium, and I feel deeply honored to lead a university which is so genuinely committed and socially engaged.